What's the cruelest thing you've ever done? My uncle used to strut around like a self-made millionaire, always flashing his Rolex and giving speeches at family dinners about earning your keep. But when my parents died in a car crash, I was 16, and he became my legal guardian. He took that as a license to ruin my life. The funeral was on a Tuesday. By Thursday, I was scrubbing grease traps at his restaurant. "Grief doesn't pay bills," he said, handing me a busted mop. "Your parents spoiled you. Time to learn real work." He worked me 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. No pay, of course. He said I was learning the business. He pocketed every tip customers left for me, saying it covered my room and board. I lived in his basement, a moldy mattress on the floor, no ventilation, one tiny window painted shut. Meanwhile, his daughter Emma got a new car for her 16th. I got her hand-me-downs, 3 sizes too small. Dinner was leftovers, if anything. Cold pasta, dried chicken, sometimes just bread and ketchup. His wife Jenna made it worse. She'd check my cleaning with white gloves, then make me redo everything. "At least now you're finally useful," she'd smirk before heading off to get her nails done with money I'd earned. The humiliation wasn't private. My uncle loved parading it. When customers asked if I was his son, he'd shout, "Just some stray we found under a bridge." He made me count the register each night and then accused me of stealing. "Guess you're working extra this weekend," he'd say, knowing I hadn't taken a dime. I was exhausted, fell asleep in class, failed every subject. Teachers thought I was on drugs. The guidance counselor tried calling my uncle about college stuff. He hung up. "College is for people with money," he told me. "You've got all you need right here." Emma, meanwhile, threw parties and made me clean the wreckage when I got home at 2 a.m. His favorite stunt? Christmas. The place was packed. Tips were insane, and I worked 18 hours straight. When I got home, Emma was opening presents under a 10-foot tree. My uncle handed me a box. Inside, a toothbrush. "For that hygiene problem you've developed," he said, while the whole family laughed. I went down to the basement and broke, sobbed into my mattress until my ribs hurt. That's when I noticed a pile of old mail stuffed under Emma's old desk. Letters addressed to me, torn open, dumped. They were from a lawyer. My parents weren't broke. They'd left me everything. $800,000 in a trust, plus ownership of a small business. The lawyer had been trying to reach me for 2 years. My uncle had intercepted every letter. And the kicker? The restaurant my uncle loved so much? My parents owned the building. He'd been paying rent into my trust fund the entire time. My name was on everything. 3 days later, I walked into the lawyer's office, got everything sorted. That afternoon, I served my uncle eviction papers. He flipped out, screaming on the phone. I told him, "Congratulations, Uncle. You finally taught me about business." Now he washes dishes at the Denny's down the street.